Hello there, Chocs and Chocettes, no number between Chocobirds here for another video review. It's a special one, they always are, of course. It's the pistachio rolled eggs from M&S. Yeah, so quite an interesting one, this one. They're very touted, I think. Couldn't find them for a long time in the shops, but then I stumbled upon them and, of course, had to get them. So, yeah, so what are they? Milk chocolate eggs filled with smooth pistachio creme, rolled in roasted chopped pistachios. Alright, so look a bit like a Lindor pistachio, don't you really? Yeah, but obviously these ones have the pistachios on the edge, which I kind of felt was missing with the Little Lindor pistachio, really. It needed chopped pistachios on it, and I think this one, yeah. So is that basically what these are? The Little Lindor pistachio, but with more, you know. Interesting. Alright, got some, I don't know, is that part of the pistachio plant or whatever, maybe? Maybe it is. Don't know, really. What does it say? Hang on, upside down. I thought it was the. I'll just turn it around. Expertly created by our renowned chocolatiers using the finest cocoa. Right, maybe it's a cocoa plant, I'm not sure. Sustainability, cocoa sustainability. We are committed to sourcing our cocoa responsibly. To find out more about how we're supporting cocoa growers and their communities, visit www.markspencer.com/cocoa. Alright, so it's important to you check that out. Nice pistachio green all over the place. I like it. Alright, so what does it say on the back? Anything of interest? Milk chocolate eggs filled with pistachio and white chocolate filling, rolled in chopped pistachios. Alright, so pistachio nuts 20%. Palm oil. So it does have palm oil in there, so all this sustainability stuff, but it does have palm oil in there, so, you know, bear that in mind. Sea salt. Cocoa size 40% minimum, milk size 20% minimum. Not suitable for those with a nut and peanut allergy. Made in Ireland with chocolate from Belgium. French information there as well. Alright, so calorie information, per 100 grams, 590 calories, 41.7 grams of fat, 20.3 of which are saturates. Okay, so how many are per pack? Does it say how many are per pack? I don't know, it depends how big they are. Maybe there's only 4 per pack, I don't know. The picture on the front, depends how big they are. It doesn't seem to say, does it? But I can easily see. We'll find out when we open it, don't we? But yeah, it would be good if it said how many there were per pack. So vegetarians, recycle information, there we are. Alright, so I think, yeah, it looks very interesting, this one. I think we just need to give it an opener, don't we? So let's move stuff down, so like on the inside. Let's give them an open. Okay, well, okay, we're going to give these pistachio rolled eggs an open. It says 5 on the front of the packet. I was just asking myself how many were in the pack before, and I forgot it said actually on the pack itself on the front. So there we go, so there's 5 of them, of course. But yeah, alright, so let's give them a bit of an open then. So yeah, I think let's just get straight into it. It's got a bit of tape holding it together here, which is, well, not unusual, but it's awkward. But we do have a knife, tape's worst enemy, to give those an open. So let's get into these. So you can see the nuts have come off a bit there, they're all over the place. Hopefully not all of them have come off before we get these out. I don't want to shake it too much because it might just get all the nuts to fall off. Okay, so we've got a bit of nuttage going on. Alright, so there we go, so that's what we're up against. Oh, they look pretty good, don't they? They do look like they do on the front, and the actual size, more or less, yeah. Alright, not bad. We'll take it. Got this little clamshell to come off there. Let's see what we're up against here. So, yeah. Here we go. So I can just about hold it. It does seem like there are bits of chocolate here as well. But there we go. Not bad. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. That looks like it does on the box. Maybe it's a bit more than actual size, actually. Yeah, a bit bigger, isn't it? Very well coated in pistachios. That's not bad. They are all falling off as I touch it, but, you know, that's probably... Can't do much about that, I don't think. Right, so we can give it a... I mean, it's going to be difficult to measure because there's lots of knobbly bits, but we'll try it all the same. Why not? Okay. So the height of it is roughly 4.5 centimetres. The width, roughly, it's roughly the widest point, 3.4. We'll just turn it around and try again. 3.2 there, so it can depend. Yeah, well, there we go. Alright. Okay, let's give it a chop, shall we? So it's like on the inside. I'll have to know which direction to chop it in. Sometimes I'll try and see if we can see a filling in point. Maybe I'll try chopping it like that. It's going to be difficult. Quite solid. It's just all falling apart a bit, but there we go. That's well, it's to be expected. It's a bit less, not as runny as a Lindor pistachio. Quite thick chocolate around the edge. There's a bit of a pistachio smell coming from it, but then it's covered in pistachios, so we can see the cream here. Quite a thick cream, I think you'd say for sure. So definitely not quite the same as a Lindor pistachio, that's for sure, yeah. Quite a thick chocolate as well. Yeah, nice green colour to the cream as well. Looks perhaps quite similar to Lindor, but I think maybe just a bit, yeah, that's the same colour roughly, more or less. Plus you got all the green from the pistachios as well. So it definitely looks the part, doesn't it? Really does. I'd say quite nice thick chocolate as well. And quite a lot of creamy middle. I did squish it a bit when I cut it, of course, because of the way I did it, but yeah, and doesn't seem to be any gappage that I can see either, so that's pretty good as well. Alright, well, I think we just need to give these a taste, don't we? So let's do just that. Let's live us up, give them a go. Okay, well, okay, we're going to these rolled pistachio eggs. Pistachio rolled eggs for members to taste, and why not? So yeah, look very nice indeed. Actually, quite a thin layer of chocolate on the cross section there, but when we chopped them in half before, a bit squished. Some pistachio falling off there. And look a bit more, less middle, I guess you'd say, less creamy middle, but the chocolate's quite thick. I'm not unimpressed by that. All right, well, just need to give it a taste of it. So we'll taste half of one. Why not? So yeah, how's it go? Let's give it a try. Very pistachio-like. You really do get a strong pistachio taste, but I'm thinking that's really because of the pistachios on the outside, you know, which you'd expect. That's kind of what I'm left with as well, really. You see all this chew going on. This is just the pistachios now. There's a bit of chocolate left over, but they're quite soft as well. I think pistachios aren't massively crunchy, are they? But you know, I'm not a pistachio expert, but they're not crunchy in this case. The chocolate was nothing. It was okay, but it was nothing too dramatic. What was it? Milk chocolate. Yeah, I feel like it could have been dark chocolate really, and I feel like it's more. It feels like it tastes. It tastes a bit like it is dark chocolate, sort of. But not that strong. But I kind of wish it was dark chocolate. I feel like that would work even better. A bit of a stronger chocolate taste. And I feel like the cream just disappears so quickly. Let's just try this a little bit at the top. Yeah, the chocolate and pistachio cream just disappeared. You don't really even taste them. You're just left with the chewy pistachio on the outside, the nuts basically. And you just dominate the whole thing. You may as well really just be eating pistachios. I don't think you're really getting anything from the rest of it at all because it's just not got a strong enough flavour. The chocolate, I mean, it's quite warm today, so there is an argument to say the chocolate, if it was harder, it might have more of an impact. But yeah, don't know. Let's see. Just I'm trying having the pistachio cream on its own. A bit of the chocolate on at the same time. Yeah, it's okay, but it's very, very, you know, like the the little Lindor had a very subtle pistachio flavour, but it still seemed a bit stronger than this as far as the cream's concerned. Yeah, so don't know. And the chocolate again, yeah, not even as good as the little Lindor one either. I don't think. Yeah, it's really weird. I just don't really get any chocolate taste either, particularly. I do a bit, but not particularly much. You know, not much. I feel like it needs. Well, the cream centre's pointless. It just doesn't really add anything, to be honest with you. It really doesn't. You don't get, because you got the pistachios on the outside. You're not getting the pistachio flavour from the centre. It just liquefies quite quickly. So there's no point to that at all. So you may as well just have like a block of chocolate. You've chopped pistachios in it or on it. I think in it would be better. And then you get to taste the chocolate better. And obviously you sell the pistachios, and this cream's just a waste of time. I mean, obviously it's a gimmick and it's interesting. It's nice, I guess. You know, it melts in the mouth as this, that, but you just don't really taste it. It's just may as well just not be there. And as I said, the pistachios are doing the job of the pistachio taste anyway. So you either have one or the other, I think. So you either have this chocolate bar with chopped pistachios in it, or chocolate eggs, or just with the cream and no pistachios on the outside. I mean, basically like the little Lindors, really, although they're not egg shaped. The chocolate I can't really taste either. Again, I think it's just because the pistachios have just got a quite strong flavour, and it's perhaps the chocolate's quite thick, but just not thick enough. I don't think. Maybe if these were refrigerated and it made the chocolate a bit harder, it would be, you know, better, and I'd say it would harden the cream as well. I don't know if it'd be wise to do that, but you could try it. But you know, But yeah, overall these ones are a bit disappointing, really. They're just not thought out well enough. They're a gimmick, really. They just look good, but they're not really. You know, they don't work. You know, the cream centre is just pointless. You know, it's really pointless. It'd be better if it was just a solid chocolate egg almost. You know, if maybe a bit small to make it possible to eat it. But yeah, or if it's in chocolate bar form, you know, or just not have the pistachio nuts and just have the cream in the centre. At least you could get something from the cream. But at the moment, the cream's just pointless, as I say, and because it melts in the mouth. you just don't taste any of it. You know, it's just not there. So it may as well just not be there. So yeah, disappointing these ones. And the cream as well, as I say, doesn't really taste very pistachio-like. It's got a slight pistachio taste, but not much. So I think for me, these ones, I mean, you may as well just get the little indoor pistachio, to be honest with you. And I think with these ones, you know, just get some like chocolate pistachios or something like that. I think if you want that pistachio hit, I just don't think these are that good really. They just don't really give you anything special. The cream's just a waste of time. You barely taste the chocolate, so you're just left with the pistachios, and yeah, so just needs, as I say, should just be a chocolate bar with chopped pistachios in it, or just without the chopped pistachios in it. You need to get something from the cream. But yeah, so if you want those, get the little indoors, I think, because that does the same thing. I think it's probably a bit better actually. Or just get something else. Yeah, I don't know, just not a great product, this one, I don't think. A bit pointless. Still not terrible, it's still nice, you can still enjoy it. But I don't know, it just seems like not a very good way to get pistachios and chocolate together, really. And the cream centre, I'd say, is a waste of time. So Lindt Lindor if you want the chocolate and the cream centre. If you want chopped pistachios and chocolate, I'm sure there's better alternatives out there. I'm sure M&S themselves do chocolate covered pistachios, or something else. Yeah, so, you know, look elsewhere basically. So I think for me these ones, you know, they're still nice and this and the other, but they just don't really work. So I can't really give them too high a rating, I think. So it's going to be a 2 out of 5 basically. They're just a bit of a waste of time. You know, just don't really work. There's better products out there, better ways of eating chocolate and pistachios, basically. And better ways of eating chocolate and pistachio cream as well, which is the Lindor pistachio. So there we go. But alright guys, well let me know what you think of these ones. Yeah, what did you reckon? Did you think they were disappointing? Are you a pistachio fan and these really worked for you, or did you think the same? Let me know. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think, and yeah, I'll be sure to reply. So leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you, and I always do my best to reply. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.